Did I plug in? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Rob, and we're here to play some Marvel Champions. We're here to play with the Ironheart Hero Pack, which I know is old news. This hero's been out for so long, like a month already. But I was silly and pre-ordered it with on the same pre-order as the Star Wars Outer Rim board game expansion, and that showed up a little late. So I got it on the same order. So I was looking at the pile of games that came on that order, and I was like, you know what? I want to play some Marvel Champions today. So here we are playing some Marvel Champions. I'm going to check out the Nova pack next week. And I did pre-order the Spider-Ham and the Spy / Der hero also on the same order. So hopefully those come in soon. I saw one local retailer has those two heroes, emailed about them yesterday. But the one place I pre-ordered them at hasn't emailed me yet to let me know they're there. So hopefully I'm playing those two heroes next week, but we'll see. We're playing the Outer Rim expansion. I see it mentioned. We are playing that this Sunday. I've scheduled a stream. We're going to play it tomorrow, and I've unboxed it already. I just haven't gone through like what's the difference. I remember kind of when they announced it, what's in it and stuff, but we're going to shuffle that up, play it tomorrow off stream, and then hopefully play it for you guys on Sunday. So we've already scheduled that. You can set a reminder. And yes, I see mentions about the Lord of the Rings news. We'll talk about what's happening at Gen Con for Marvel Champions. We'll go over any of the articles on FFG and stuff like that. We'll do that before we get started. And then we'll go over what's in Ironheart's deck. We'll go over the deck I'm using, which is a cool deck that was posted online. I have a link to it in the video description if you want to look through it, but we'll look through it on stream. And then we're just going to play a quick game against Venom Goblin on Standard. I tried him on Expert for funds. And like one game I pretty much scooped like turn 2 when he activated like 4 times in the turn. It was kind of disgusting. And if anyone knows Ironheart, she's like a new version of like kind of Iron Man. And she feels kind of Iron Man-ish in Marvel Champions. So she's a little weak at the beginning, has to kind of like build up, and she gets stronger as the game goes on, which you guys know I love that kind of stuff. So we'll see here. I'll give my kind of impressions. I played a couple of games yesterday with Ironheart to try her out. She's really cool, really powerful, but just like kind of like a very unstable, especially if your deck kind of doesn't give you your tools and stuff. She's a little unstable at the beginning. She's a little weak, and could get like riggedy wrecked depending on which difficulty level you're playing at and how the encounter cards come off. So we'll see how it goes today. If we lose quickly, we'll just shuffle it up and we'll try again. But I'm assuming we'll do okay because we're just playing on Standard. But Venom Goblin is an annoying piece of crap. And I remember that from when we live streamed the campaign on the channel. But I haven't played him since. So I just figured we'd already played Venom. I think we played Mysterio on stream with like Nebula or something. I remember we played a few of the Sinister Motives guys in standalone mode. I think the Sinister 6 we played in standalone mode. So Sandman, I don't think so, but he's kind of boring. But we haven't, I don't think we have. Again, I only play Marvel Champions casually every, few months. I just pull out Marvel Champions. We played a bunch. And then kind of put it on the shelf for some Lord of the Rings LCG or some Arkham Horror LCG or many of the other bajillion games that come out every 10 minutes in our hobby. So Venom Goblin, I don't think I've played outside of the campaign. I could be wrong. You can find out in the playlist links in the video description if you're looking for other playthroughs on the channel of Marvel Champions. Any of the future playthroughs I'll schedule and put down there too, like the Nova stream I'm going to schedule for next week. And probably Spider-Ham and the SP //DR hero pack when those eventually come in. Hopefully today or early next week. Hopefully my local store will message me and say that they have them in stock. And then we'll stream those next week, hopefully. But yeah, that's the plan. Hello, everybody. Hello, joining in the live chat. Hello, hello, hello. The Rambling Wizard is back. Hey, Dan. Okay, let's see. I think I spewed all that out of the way. Let's see. Yeah, Jerry's talking about packs not being in his area. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's like all over the place. I see people posting that they got Spider-Ham and stuff, and then I see, stores saying they have it, but the store literally like 3 blocks away saying they don't have it and stuff. It's weird. Weird. And Yogi's talking about Old Sorn, I think, here. Always talking about Outer Rim. Okay. We'll talk more about Outer Rim when I play it. Super smoother and smashed together. What are you talking about? Ironheart Rob. Hey, Beatles. Hey, Sean. Hey, Layla. And everyone else. Of course, everyone else, hello. Hello to you watching who are not in the chat. Feel free to come on in the chat. You just have to subscribe to it in the chat because we do use subscriber mode to keep out all the YouTube bots that start spamming like porn links in the chat and stuff. So if you want to chat with all the cool people in the chat, mostly cool people, you can subscribe, and then in like a minute it'll let you in the chat, and you can chat. Then you can unsubscribe after and go away. I'm just kidding. Don't unsubscribe, please. Please. We need to get to that 20K subs, bruh. 20K subs. All right. Okay, let's talk about, let's just go to FFG's webpage as we usually do when we play a Fantasy Flight Games lifestyle game like this game or any other games that constantly release expansions. I like to just go over the news kind of here as we're live. If you're watching this in like a year, scrub past this till you see the game on the table or us talking about the deck, because this is probably like super old news to you. But we do it live, and this is how we do it, so deal with it. All right, supposedly you can order now, Lord of the Rings. All right, so first I'm going to just start off with the newest article and go backwards. We don't care about Twilight Imperium at this point. This is a game, ever since I got in the hobby, I always wanted to get, always wanted to play. But I was found to get a lot of players together. None of them, I don't think, want to spend this much time playing a game. But a lot of them did play like for 5 or 6 hours playing Game of Thrones, the board game 2nd edition. But I just was so much in love with that game. And I'm not really like, I'm more into fantasy than space themed stuff. But this game I always was like jelly, and I always was interested in it, always wanted to play it. I'm just scared to teach players and try to get them to play with me. Same reason like Cloudspire doesn't get played with the full player count a lot here. But anyways, so Lord of the Rings at Gen Con, they're using the pack that they would have brought, I believe, to Gen Con 2020, which was canceled. And Fantasy Flight Games didn't show up last year to Gen Con Indianapolis. So they just kind of, I guess, have some stock printed, and they're like, you know what, let's bring it to 2022 and let's play the same thing we were going to do before. But I believe this stuff all came out in stores and everything, so people may have bought this and already played it. But this is the pack that you will get if you go do the event there to play with people. But I don't think I own this one, and I don't think I care to. But anyways, if you don't have it, you can go buy it there too. We have this one already. I bought this one, The Machinations Through Time. This is for Arkham Horror LCG. So if you're going to Gen Con, you can sign up for events. And when you pay for the event, this is what you'll get. You'll get a pack to take home, I believe. I believe each player gets a pack. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I've done one of these events. And then this is a more important part for today's stream, Marvel Champions. So Mutant Genesis. I was hoping maybe they would have it there early, because Fantasy Flight Games in the past has like sometimes brought product like 1, 2, 3, 6 months early, and we've been able to get a hold of it. And I thought maybe this would be there early, and that's why I haven't pre-ordered it at my local store, because I thought I've done that before. I pre-ordered stuff, and then I go to Gen Con and they're like, surprise, here it is. And I'm like, I want it now. And then I got to cancel my pre-orders and stuff. And I feel like a jerk doing that. So it says the X-Men are Covenant Marvel Champions, the card game. Fans of the game can enjoy a sneak peek at the upcoming campaign expansion, Mutant Genesis, which will be held multiple times a day on the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of Gen Con. Join the game designer, Caleb Grace, as you take on Sabretooth, which I'm assuming is the first villain in the box, and see if you can beat, the first scenario, derp, of the Mutant Genesis campaign. You can bring your own deck or try out one of the new heroes, Shadowcat or Colossus. So if I go to Gen Con, you better believe, I know these are sold out, I believe. All the events for Marvel Champions, I looked like a month or two ago, they're all sold out. They don't say they're using Marvel Genesis, but I think that's what they're announcing here. But they might have this for like demo at their booth on the show floor, which you can just walk up and try, like a volunteer will be there like demoing it. So you better believe I'm going to try to play it, take pictures, get video, get my impressions and that on it if I can. And then of course harass the marketing people to see if you know, they secretly have a box hiding in the back room that maybe I can take home at the end of the convention. We'll see. But again, a lot of the people I knew at Fantasy Flight don't work there anymore, so I might not be able to pull some strings. But I'll see what I can do. At least I'll come back with my impressions, because you're damn right. I'm going to try my best to play this if I can, because this is the most excited thing I've been waiting for in Marvel Champions. Growing up in the 80s and 90s, I had like I had Spider-Man comics and stuff, but like as soon as the like early 90s or maybe late 80s, I started getting some X-Men comics, and then they came out with a cartoon, and then I started buying like X-Men series of comic books and stuff, and they were like the most read comic, and the show I watched, and then yeah, of any Marvel. I was like kind of more a DC fanboy too, but X-Men's like I love X-Men, and I always thought it was cool. Yeah, so I'm excited. A lot of the heroes, like today, Ironheart, I literally didn't know who Ironheart was, and yesterday I just watched like a quick YouTube video explaining who Ironheart was in the Marvel universe, which is very interesting, very cool. She's one of like the new heroes for like the new generation, which is neat, and she seems really cool. But yeah, X-Men are just like, I grew up loving X-Men. I thought they're amazing. So yeah, so finally they're coming to Marvel Champions. I've been waiting forever for them to announce it. I thought they didn't have like the license for X-Men or something, and they were just like not able to use them. But finally, they're coming to the game. So I am super pumped. Like, I like Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, for example, when they announced that campaign expansion, I was like, oh, cool. Like, I've watched the movies, they're fun, but I've never read a single comic. I have no idea. My daughter loved the movies, so like we kind of bonded over that. But yeah, I had no attachment like growing up. So finally, you know, we're gonna see like Cyclops and stuff. So that's cool. So I can't wait. I can't wait to try this. You know, rip some Colossus or Shadowcat against Sabretooth. So it should be fun. But you better believe I'm gonna get this at least later in the year, and we'll play it on the channel, of course. Because I can't wait. Can't wait. Layla says, same. My child is named after my favorite mutant. Oh, that's awesome. So your child is named Rogue? Or your child is named Logan? Logan. It's Logan, I bet. I bet it's Logan. You don't have to say. You can keep your privacy and all that. It's all good. You can just like nod once or wink twice if I'm correct or something. And don't worry, I won't tell anybody. But I bet it's Logan. Logan was like a popular name for a while. I bet it was Logan. I know lots of little Logan boys. And I know it's because their dads were like fans of X-Men for sure. Yes, Layla, yes. All right, let's see. Bob says Charles Xavier or Xavier. Xavier could be cool. That sounds like a cool name. But Charles is not a cool name. I'm sorry. Ultravioletta says, oh my god, I have Rob on my big screen. Quick, hit the power button now, turn it off, get me on your phone. You don't want to see this in full screen. You don't want to see this on the big screen. I'm sorry. I'm warning you now. I never told you to do that, so watch at your own risk. His best friend at nursery was Xavier. Oh my, that is amazing. That is amazing. Keep an eye on both of them. They could have special powers. Keep an eye on both of them. They might not show yet at a young age, but watch them. Watch them as they grow up. Strange things start happening. You may need to get them checked and then hide them. Magneto. Yes, Magneto's the best. I love Magneto. He's just misunderstood. All right. Successful geeks building new shelves while watching. I'm assuming shelves for board games. To put more board games on because you're running out of shelves. All right, so just to let you guys know, if you are going to Gen Con or you book the event, but you can get generic tickets and try to still get in events if nobody shows up, or you can demo it maybe at their booth. But just letting people know, I'm excited for that, and it's related to the game, so there. And yeah, they'll be holding some demos, I think, at their booth of Star Wars Outer Rim, Descent Legend of the Dark, which we already played through the whole thing, and Cosmic Encounter, Cosmic Odyssey. And this is cool, so pay attention to this. They're probably going to announce something cool for Marvel Champions. Even if you can't make it to Gen Con this year, be sure to tune into our YouTube channel for several in-flight shorts, not reports, shorts, throughout the event. These are short and sweet daily live streams. Will show off bits and pieces of upcoming products, chats with developers, and special announcements. So that's cool, so pay attention. Maybe they'll announce some new Marvel board game or, you know, a new pack for this game, the next campaign expansion. Because last Gen Con, or the one before, whichever one it was, I don't remember, but that's how they announced the Spider-Man, like, not not Spider-Man, but you know what I mean, the Spider-Verse Sinister Motives campaign. So yeah, so I have a feeling they'll announce the next campaign box here probably. So pay attention to FFG's YouTube channel. Between August 4th and 7th, I believe, is the dates for Gen Con. So we should get some more news then. Let's go back. Oh, let's go back. Oh, wow, look at this. This wasn't here when I was just on the page. So there's a new article. Spider-Ham is now available, and so is capital SP//DR. Spider. Okay, they're available officially in the US. So check your local game store. Today's the street date, I guess. Doesn't mean if you're in another country you have it though, or you could have it like 3 months ago. Because this is just North America makes these announcements, and they believe, you know, it's that US mentality that that's all that exists. Just kidding. But yeah, Spider-Ham and Spider are out today. So check your local store. I'll probably get an email today that it's available for pickup, which I do have an appointment later, so I can't stay that long. But while I'm out and about, if they do email me, I'll go pick it up, and then we'll stream it next week, or stream them next week. Or maybe Mel and I can stream them together at the same time playing them. Yes. We'll see. I'm excited for those though. More excited for this one though, over the Spider-Ham, but whenever that happens, when I'm more excited for one thing, it turns out after I play them, I usually end up liking the other thing better. That's just how it works usually. Okay, let's go back to the news. And related to living card games, so if anyone didn't know, if you only know about Marvel Champions, you're actually playing Lord of the Rings Living Card Game 3.0. And this is the grandfather, the original cooperative LCG designed by Nate French, the original design. With the Lord of the Rings theme. They are re-releasing this game. They've been re-releasing it in a new revised core set, similar to what they did for Arkham Horror. They've been re-releasing certain products for it, repackaged products, not many new cards or new product, not much new content at all. And in fact, this box is literally just a repackage of The Road Darkens and what's the other one called? Come on, where are you? I know it's in here. I probably scrolled past it. The Road Darkens and you piece of crap. Right here. Somebody already told me. Black Riders, the first box. Yeah, Black Riders. I couldn't remember the name. I'm so sorry. But this is all you need to know. Okay. Note, as a fun bit of trivia for newcomers to Lord of the Rings, the card game, the Black Riders, and the Road Darkens, 2 saga expansions from which this one combines all the contents, were actually expansions that pioneered the campaign mode for this game. This means that even though the revised core set and Agmar Awaken expansion will have released before this product, the Fellowship of the Ring saga expansion is the one that contains the game's very first campaign. Also, this campaign will continue to its conclusion at Mount Doom in later expansions, so keep an eye out in the future. So obviously, probably yearly, they're going to release 2 more of these saga boxes that will contain 2 products. They have no new cards in them, but it's cool. In one box, they're containing all the player cards and all the campaign cards and all the scenario cards are all in there from those original 2 products. They're all just combined together. No new cards. So if you're like me and you already own these products, you don't have to buy this, but they will come in a new fancy box, I'm sure. Probably just like the core set box that has like the good insert in it, maybe. Excuse me. But yeah. Yeah, there you go. So we'll play this on the channel, of course. We already have it, so I don't know when. This says it comes out in fall. This comes out in the fall, so we'll probably play it in the fall when it comes out or something. But if you're interested to see us play through all the saga expansions, we'll probably play through the whole saga as soon as this one's like kind of released. Like we'll play through all 3 saga boxes or 6 saga boxes on the channel, like in a row maybe. Or maybe we'll stop and save our progress and continue on later when the other ones come out. I don't know. But I've always dreamed of playing through the whole saga like straight on the channel, having a blast, which I've been holding on to for like, you know, like 8 years or something. So I'm excited. So it was true. The rumors were true. That's why the revised or the starter decks, the Lord of the Rings LCG starter decks, this is why they did not contain many or any cards from the saga expansions for the Lord of the Rings ones. But they did include a lot from the Hobbit expansions, the Hobbit Saga boxes that we've already played through on the channel. And I think they did that because they're not going to reprint those. So I would probably take a safe bet if you want cards or the scenarios from those Hobbit Saga expansions. You're probably going to have to hunt for them on the secondary market. Or maybe they'll re-release them like when they're done these Saga boxes, because they're not really connected, but it seems like they don't care to re-release that anytime soon or at all. So we'll see. Okay. I think that's all. We haven't talked about this on a Marvel Champions stream, I don't think, but they've been spoiling some of the heroes that are coming from the X-Men line. So we have Phoenix or Jean Grey, which is cool. So it's like the Phoenix version, which is neat. I remember reading, I forget what the title of it was, but I remember the main guy was like a series of comics in the 90s, I believe, about Onslaught. And I still have them, I think. And it's like, I think that's like part of, it's like the story of Jean Grey turning into the Phoenix and like rising again. But I believe she's done that in a few comic lines probably, but that's when I first learned about Jean Grey becoming the Phoenix. So it's cool. We go right there. Like in Marvel Champions is like, we have Jean Grey and she's a Phoenix like right away. So I don't know if like currently in the comics, she's just known as the Phoenix. I don't know, because I haven't really been following that stuff, but so that's sick. So yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to play with these X-Men characters. Like I can't wait. Banshee and Marvel Girl. Dark Phoenix. There we go. Oh, maybe it was Dark Phoenix. I don't know in that series, because I think she came back like evil and stuff. If I remember correctly. It's been a couple decades, but yeah. Dark Phoenix. Okay, maybe that's what she was. She became Dark Phoenix in that one. I don't remember, but I didn't realize she's like a good Phoenix and like a bad Phoenix. I didn't know about that, I don't think. But anyways, I'm not like a Marvel pro at all. Yes, I already have the Marvel theme song in repeat in my brain since I first watched the show. I can like just hear it right now. That guitar riff or whatever, it's like iconic. So catchy. So catchy. You get so hyped up Saturday morning, you know, you're eating your sugar cereal and it comes on and it starts playing that music and the animations and the excitement, and I'm just like, I am in. Yeah, let's do this. So awesome. So awesome. Anyways. No, I don't want to set it as my desktop. Anything else? Anything else? Oh yeah, they announced a new Arkham Horror expansion we didn't talk about before, and they repackaged Path to Carcosa's out now. And Cyclops is teased here. And Keyforge is coming back with another company, which is good. Anyways, that's it. That's it for news today. Let's talk about the deck we're playing today. So this deck was not created by me. As you know, I usually net deck and tweak and, you know, barely build decks anymore. I just don't care for it. But the deck I'm playing is linked in the video description. So we can go to deck list here. This is marvelcdb.com. If you're new to the game and you're intimidated by building decks, you can play the pre-constructed decks that come in the hero packs, or you can go on here and crazy people who know the whole card pool and are way better at deck building than me. We'll post decks in here and discuss decks and stuff. So it's a great resource as you're learning to deck build, or you just want to play the game and you don't want to spend time building decks and reading cards and sorting through your ever-growing collection, and you just want to play the damn awesome game. You can go in here. So they've kind of redid, they put a nice new coat of paint on the website, I've noticed. So we can search for decks and we can search by hero, which you guys can't see on your screen here, but I'm going to search for, who are we playing today? Just kidding. Ironheart, Riri Williams. And then you can search by like aspect. And I'm searching, of course, like I just first searched by and sorted by popularity. That's what comes up first. And the first one here, Tony Stark's Ironheart Turbo deck. As soon as I saw Justice, I was like, all right, and it has 156 likes. All right, let's just do this. I just opened it right away. I built this deck and started playing. But I was going to build a leadership deck because she comes with leadership as her default pre-constructed aspect. But I looked up a Nova deck too, and I was like reading Nova's deck, and there's like a cool leadership deck, but they're similar. So I figured if I'm going to play Nova, I'll probably play Nova as leadership. So I didn't want to stream like 2 leaderships in a row. That's just me though. And you guys know I love Justice. So, but I do like leadership a lot too. So yeah, we're going to play this deck. So if you're curious, you can check it out in the video description. There's a good write-up here explaining what's going on. I will not play it as good as the original creator, that's of course. But there are some suggestions in here to throw in like Miles Morales Spider-Man, which we'll do today. I usually like reading through here, people's suggestions, what they changed, what they've tried. You know, maybe there's some tweaks and stuff based on different villains or campaigns. But we're going to play the deck as is, plus Miles Morales Spider-Man. Just throw it in as a 41st card, 41st card, just having some fun. So if you've never seen Ironheart, I guess the better way is to do this. Let's go over Riri Williams. You begin the game with this card. Well, of course, it's her alter ego card. Like, why wouldn't you begin the game with it? That's weird. She has hand size of 6, 10 hit points, pretty standard stuff for a alter ego, 3 recovery. And she has this Child Prodigy ability. Spend a mental resource to place 1 progress on Riri Williams, limit once per round. And that's great. Okay, cool. But like, why do we need to start with this? Oh, you got to see the insert. Well, we're not going to get the insert because I left it upstairs, but it's okay. We don't need it. Ironheart on the other side. Okay. Whoa, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 defense. Okay, whatever. Champion version 1. Oh man, do I have to wait for the errata to be released by FFG to get the new version? She has a level up ability. Action, remove 6 progress counters from Ironheart, ready her, and swap her with her version 2 Ironheart. And then she's got this crap-tastic 4 hand size. Like, what the hell is that? But don't worry. We're going to try to level up as fast as we can. And we're going to turn into version 2, which is 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 defense, hand size 5. Hand size 5. And eventually, you can, on her alter ego side, actually, it gets easier. Her Child Prodigy ability changes to spend a mental resource or 2 of any type. And you can put a progress counter on her. And then you can do the 6 progress counters, ready her, give her a tough status card, and swap her with version 3. Boom, version 3 has the best art, the best stats, hand size of 6. And now she's got this awesome maximum efficiency, so you can keep putting progress counters on her and firing them off for 2 damage to an enemy. Amazing, amazing, love it. And then she becomes aerial, I think, at level 2, right? Yeah, she becomes aerial at level 2 if that's relevant for deck building purposes. So yeah, that's, oh yeah, and level 3 on Riri's Child Prodigy, you could just spend a resource of any type to put a progress counter, so it becomes even easier. But yeah, this is Ironheart. She's cool. Super cool. We'll see her in action right here. So cards in the deck. I guess we could just talk about her signature cards. Let's just go through the deck quickly. She's got an ally. Hulk Jr. here, I guess. I don't know. This is Braun. Amadeus Cho. While Braun is exhausted, he gains resource. Generate a mental resource limit once per phase. Oh, I see some synergy already. Okay, this is a big beefy boy. Okay. Photon Beam. You can probably put this over here without the green being a problem. Photon Beam. This is her attack event. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Place 1 progress counter on Ironheart. 2 instead if it defeats an enemy. Oh, I see a theme. And then Flyover is like the thwart version. So you get rid of 3 threat. And then you could put 2 progress on her if you remove the last threat off that screen. And it also has this amazing flavor text. Varoosh. Good times. Oh yeah, and I forgot the one on this one. Fasham. Awesome. Awesome. Do I have to say that every time I play it? This is like one of the best cards I've ever seen. Stroke of Genius. Response after you spend this card. You place 1 progress counter on her, so you can spend this mental resource to give her a progress counter. You get another progress counter. And the best part of all, you get to draw another card to replace this thing. Amazing. So I love it. All right. But she does have some stinkers in her deck, of course. Or some super situational boring cards. This one's awesome. Tony Stark AI is a support. And if you'll notice, this persona doesn't care which form you're in. He's in action. You exhaust him to look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Add 1 to your hand, discard the other. So this helps offset your like early low hand size, if you can see Tony Stark AI into play. What else? What else we got? Oh, new and improved. This card gets better as you go. Kind of good with the theme of her, but sucks in the beginning. 3 costs to kind of like ready your hero, basically. But as you level up, you get to choose more options. So you can like search your deck for a card. So I mean, early game, if you're like really searching for her pieces, which I'll show you them. Or you can give her a tough status card if you're just trying to stay alive early in the game. You know, you're getting beat up. But it's super expensive. I usually just toss this one for a mental resource or something. not my favorite. There's a couple of those in there. Okay, here's the pieces. This is the first piece. You get +2 hit points off some propulsion jets. Hero action, exhaust propulsion jets, remove a threat from the scheme equal to Ironheart's version number. So obviously you see this later in the game. You've lost a bit of health. You get this back, bumps up your health. Awesome. And then you can start removing, 2 or 3 threat. But early in the game, if you get this early turns, yeah, you're moving like 1, whatever. But it eventually gets, its value really starts shining later in the game. And then she has an attack version of this called Photon Blasters, which you can deal damage equal to her version. And also gives you the extra hit points. Okay. And here's an alter ego persona. We got Ronnie Williams, which is her mother, I believe. Alter ego action persona, exhaust Ronnie Williams to choose. Heal 2 damage from Riri Williams. Place 1 progress counter on Riri Williams. Okay, so you can choose one of those 2 things. So she can help you get the progress counters on there early, or if you just see her late in the game, you don't really care about being an alter ego form, it's a wild resource. So you can, spend it as a mental or whatever. And that's it. That's her kit. So anyone who doesn't know, so like I watched a quick YouTube video explaining who Ironheart is. So she is like growing up or whatever. She's like a young little genius. She went to MIT. She became friends with Tony Stark before he died. She had her father and her best friend were like killed at like some outdoor party picnic or something by a drive-by shooting. So that like kind of like, twisted her up, and that's what got her into wanting to be like a superhero and be like Tony Stark. So she basically like stole his like schematics for his armor, and eventually like got his like whatever Mark IV armor is her like level 3 version here. So she starts building her like own suits and stuff, and she gets her own Stony Stark AI to like, help her. She was like really good friends with Tony Stark, I guess. But she's like the new Iron Man. So she's like, the new version after Tony Stark like died. She's like taken the mantle, is my understanding. In the current comics. But again, that changes, right? So I'm not really spoiling anything because, when they reboot the comics again, or a different writer and artist take over another series of Iron Man, he'll be like alive and be completely different and have a different origin story. So there's no real spoilers in Marvel and the movies by now. If you're still watching the movies, I'm sorry to hear that, because they kind of become trash. So anyways, who cares? All right, let's continue on. Yeah, she's basically like Iron Man Jr., but better than Iron Man. Yeah, she's better than Iron Man, I think. Well, it says, I think it's pronounced Tony Stank. Tony dies like every year. Exactly. Billy knows. Billy knows. Movie theater. What's that? Yes, exactly. All right. Oh yeah, we forgot to put in Spider-Man. So this is the only card we added to the deck that's not in the deck list. That's linked down below in the video description. But again, if you want to see the other cards in there, you'll see them as we play them. But you'll also can see them on the cardgamedb.com deck list link. And thank you to Mr. Migma. Thank you for posting the deck. Thank you for doing a write-up. Thanks for giving your thoughts. Thanks for helping me play an awesome deck and get the game to the table faster. And thank you for helping new players figure out how to start deck building with their new Ironheart pack that they got. I appreciate the work put in on that website. I do appreciate it. Oh, she basically, so Staccato says she basically reverse engineered the Mark I. Oh, okay. But then she like stole the schematics for one of them, right? Or something like that. If I remember correctly. And then she's also like friends kind of with Miles Morales, but they don't really get along. They like compete, and they she doesn't get along with a lot of people, supposedly. She's like kind of like one of those geniuses that's like, I guess like doesn't, kind of like doesn't get along with people. She's more like, having fun with her Tony Stark AI, I guess, and her hobbies and her crime fighting. But supposedly they just don't get along. But they still like work together, I guess. I don't know. I haven't read any of the comics, of course. Okay. All right. So we got our deck. Let's do this. I forget which order in this game it works because it's different in all these damn LCGs. I think we get to see her. I think we set up the scenario. Whatever. We'll set up the scenario first. I think. I don't know. Whatever. I already know what's going on. So we're just gonna play on standard for Venom Goblin. He is the final boss in the Sinister Motives campaign, but we're just playing him in standalone version right now. We didn't play the whole campaign to get here, so we have no fun campaign cards or anything. He is steady. Okay, so that means you have to stun him twice to be able to stun him, or what the hell? Confused. Wow, I couldn't remember what confused was called. Insert joke now. So confused, you have to put like 2 confused tokens on him to confuse him properly, and then you remove them both once you get there. We're not doing any of the stun or confused stuff today, so that doesn't really matter, I don't think. But infest the city, force response. After Venom Goblin activates against you, move the glider token to the main scheme with the least threat. Choose to either place 2 threat on that scheme or resolve its special ability. I need to remember to do this. I forget this sometimes. I remember we forgot it in our playthrough before. We had to rewind and figure things out. So I'll try my best to remember that every time he activates. Every time he activates. Not just the first time, Rob. Even if he activates again during the villain phase, you have to do this again. And that's when I usually forget. All right, so the setup here. We are just using what's listed here. The Venom Goblin set, the Symbiotic Strength, and the Standard Encounter set. And we have Goblin Gears mixed in here. 99% sure. Venom Goblin, Symbiotic Strength. Where is Goblin Gear? Yep, Goblin Gear's in here. Okay, just making sure. Just double checking. Then set up, put Lower Manhattan, Midtown Manhattan, and Upper Manhattan main schemes into play. Place the glider token on Midtown Manhattan, flip this card and set it aside. Okay, so we flip this card and it kind of gives us the rules on how it works. The player card effects, the main scheme, can apply to any main scheme. So we can like remove threat off any main scheme or whatever. So we have 3 main schemes at a time. Encounter cards that affect the main scheme only apply to the scheme with the glider counter, including the placing of acceleration tokens. And each main scheme accumulates threat each round according to its acceleration token value and any acceleration tokens on that scheme. Okay, and that I'll just put here. So that's our environment card. So we have Lower Manhattan, 11 threat, we flip it over. Special, place 1 threat on each scheme. So if we have to fire the special off, if a symbiote environment is in play, place 1 additional threat on the scheme. There's not yet. Hopefully there never is. This will start with 1 threat and go up by 1 threat. Okay, we're using dice. Deal with it. Boom. Okay. And then we got Midtown. Oh yeah, sorry. I also count down health on my villains with the dice. It's just easier for me at a glance to know how much health he has left. And also on stream, you guys know what he starts with. You don't have to try to read the super tiny font that you probably can't see. So 16 health he starts at. I'm sure that's 16, right? 12 plus 4. Yeah, we're good. So Midtown is 12 and it flips. Special, take 2 indirect damage. If a symbiote environment's in play, take 1 additional direct damage. Starts with 2 threat, goes up by 1. Okay, and this is our token. We'll just move it back and forth to know which scheme is active. And then we have Upper Manhattan. Special, discard 1 card from your hand. If a symbiote environment's in play, discard the top 4 cards of your deck. Starts with 0, but goes up by 1 every turn. Or every villain phase or whatever. At least. Our hand size is 6 to start. I think on the alter ego side, it's always 6. It's just the hero side gets better. Yeah, it's 6 on all the alter egos, but it's it gets better on the hero side. It goes from 4 to 5 to 6. Okay, and we start with 10 health. Let me just give this a better shuffle. We put our obligations in there. Should be in there. Yep. Okay. They could have at least gave us a Gobbler glider token. I don't know, would that have fit in the blister pack? Never mind, this was from a campaign box. Yes, they could have fit it in the campaign box, I agree. FFG is usually not stingy on throwing tokens and expansions. But with these card games, they leave it open for the Etsy market to, you know, fill that in. I'm sure a glider counter exists on Etsy somewhere. Somebody's probably 3D printed or something. Okay, okay. All right, so our opening hand, we have Wasp. Okay, she, you can play only if your identity has a champion trait. Wasp ignores the Guardian keyword, Patrol keyword, and Crisis icons. Nice little cheap ally. We have Assess the Situation. You get +1 hand size until the end of the phase. It's just an event action, so, but it does have the mental resource, which works good when we're trying to level her up. We already saw Propulsion Jets. I don't know if we keep that to kind of get set up quicker. We saw New and Improved, which I don't want because it's early in the game and it's not as good. We do have Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and we have a Genius. So out of these cards, let's, what are we going to keep for Mulligan? I'm definitely throwing away a New and Improved. We can try to draw into that later. Let's put our discard pile like so. I don't want to keep both allies, but I probably would go this route. If we're gonna flip, maybe I keep Assess the Situation, because then we can draw up to 5 cards next round if we're gonna flip and do some silly stuff. We could just stay in Alter Ego. Yeah, I don't know. I like getting this into play as fast as possible, but this is better later in the game too, so we don't like need this yet. And we draw through our deck pretty quick, I think, but Yogi says keep Genius plus Jets. Okay, I can see that. Maybe Wasp too. Billy says I would keep the upgrade. Okay, any other suggestions? Edward says Jets, Genius, and Wasp. Okay, interesting. Keep the Jets, you'll level up faster than you think. Oh, Mr. Dragon Fox, I know. I played Ironheart a couple times yesterday, and like, man, you can get like leveled up in like 3 turns or less even sometimes if you get the right draws and stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I mean level all the way up. It's nuts. It is nuts. Okay. The reason why I'm thinking like the ally too, keeping one of the allies, is because like you're very fragile at the beginning. And kind of having just an ally to kind of take a hit for you so you don't have to exhaust, but she does have like 3 defense, right? So you can defend early and kind of just you know, bide your time. All right. Let's just get rid of these then, as suggested. Okay, we'll stay with these and let's draw 3 new cards. Okay, we got Stroke of Genius, which is awesome because we'll get to draw another card, get a progress counter, start leveling up faster. Snow Guard is kind of cool. I only played her once, but after you play for 4, you notice she's got 0 thwart, 0 attack, but you can choose to place up to 3 shift counters to kind of give her one of 3 abilities, either +3 attack, her attacks gain overkill, or +3 thwart, she gains the aerial trait, or +5 hit points and gains retaliate 1. So you can choose like what you need her to be and kind of like make her that. It's kind of neat. But that's what we get. Okay, let's start her off then. Okay, we're gonna do this ability. Let's do this ability here. Spend a mental resource, place 1 progress counter on Riri. We're gonna spend this one like we talked about before. After you spend this card, place a progress counter on your identity card and draw a card. So we're gonna get 2 counters on her already. Okay, and we'll draw a card to replace it. We got Go for Champions. Okay, the champions are like a group Ironheart was part of, I guess. So was Nova, I think. Max 1 per deck. Play only if your identity has a champion trait. Hero action. Each champion character in play cannot take damage till the end of the round. And we also have Wasp, who's a champion. So we could put them in and like have them just never take damage. But I've only played this card once. I've never really used it for anything. But it does have a wild resource, which is great. Great. Okay. So Photon Blast, not really the one I wanted, but it's there. So let's just, I say we just get the propulsion jets into play. Okay. We don't have any alter ego stuff, so I say we flip. Do we flip? Should we flip? Yeah, let's flip. We're fine, we're fine. And then I think we'll just play Wasp, tossing these. So we get our +2 hit points. Almost forgot. Almost forgot. We got to go to 12. Okay. Yeah, we'll just play Wasp. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Let's go like this. Yeah, yeah. Good. Okay. I think, I don't know about holding this, but I do like it if we do see a minion. We could use this next turn. Oh, but our hand size is only 4. Maybe I don't flip. But then I can't use this to remove threat. Yeah, that 4 card hand size is like rough. Yeah, let's just do this. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's thwart with Wasp. We'll get rid of this. She'll take a damage, 2 damage. Okay, we'll get rid of this. We will attack for 2. And I think we're good, right? No, I discarded the +1 hand size thing. I know I should have kept it. But I mean, we did draw into, we did get to draw a card, but we didn't get to play, but it's fine. All right, let's ready up. Let's draw 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got Ronnie. We got a flyover. Okay, that would have been better on turn 1 than a photon beam, but that's what we're rolling with. Okay, again, I should have stayed probably in alter ego, but it's fine. All right. Now we add some threat to each one, right? Going up by 1 each. Okay, this guy's going to activate. He's going to attack. He's attacking for 2. I could just throw a Wasp in front, or I could just defend, or I just take the hit, actually. Maybe I just take the hit. I have 12 health. Yeah, let's just take the hit. Oh, the villain schemes. It's that one, but it doesn't scheme. It's just blank, which is nice. So we just take 2. Whoopie-doo. Okay, great. Great, great, great. So after Venom activates against you, move the glider counter to the main scheme with the least threat. So we can pick, and then we can add 2 threat or resolve its special ability. I think we'll just add 2 threat because we can remove it with fly over. So it's fine. Let's just do it here. Okay. Again, I don't know if we have to move it. That's the thing I'm not sure. I can't remember. I feel like we talked about this in our playthrough of the campaign. But it says move the glider counter to the main scheme with the least threat. I'm assuming if there was one with the least threat and we were on it already, we just leave it there. I'm pretty sure. And I believe we just make the choice when it's tied. So I think I could just leave it where it is. But I don't know. Sometimes there's weird rulings that you know, kind of break my understanding of English. Which is not very great either. All right. Yeah. Okay, perfect. That's how Billy plays it. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, let's counter card. Symbiotic Thrall. Guard. Okay, well, symbiote environments in play against patrol, which there's not. And it's 4 health. Oh, 4 health, you say? Photon Beam says okay. I'm just not gonna have enough money to pay for all this stuff. I should have been an alter ego. It's fine. Okay, our turn. One is least. I know. But it's the move part is what I didn't know. Like, could I leave it there if there's like 3 options? Like, do I have to move it still? I don't know, but I don't think so. I'm not going to, but all right. So I can't do both flyover and photon beam. I probably just do a photon beam. Yep. I mean, having Ronnie too would get us like leveling up quicker. Ah, man, this sucks. I should not have stayed on this side. I should have. So annoying. Okay, anyways, let's spend them. Let's just do it. Photon beam. We're gonna smash this guy away. That'll let us put 2 counters on here. Okay. We're going to let's just attack for 2. Okay. Let's exhaust this to remove 1 threat from here. Let's do we thwart? Do we just let's thwart. We'll get rid of wasp. And we'll thwart here. Okay. And then we're going to flip. And then we're going to do the action to spend a mental resource to give her another progress counter. I know I don't want to toss Ronnie, but like I just going to. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to hold cards, so that's the way it's going. I felt bad holding that first one. Okay. So let's add threats. Let's add threat. Add threats. Okay. This guy wants to scheme, which will be against this one, right? Adds nothing to it. So 2 goes to 4. Now we need to move it to the least, which is here. We could discard a card from our hand or add 2 threat. I think we're gonna just add 2 threat. I like it in my hand, I think. Okay. Then encounter card. Oh no, we have an enraged symbiote. He's got guard, he's got patrol. Oh no. Oh no. All right, our turn. Yeah, but I want to level up her like really bad. Like I need to be in hero form, drawing 5 or 6 cards, drawing 4. I just like it. I don't know. Like there's something about in this game only having a 4-card hand and having a villain that could rip cards from your hand using abilities that like it puts like a pain from about here up to here in the back of my neck if I'm only holding 4 cards or less at the start of my turn. So I don't care about like one little alter ego. I know she could help me level up a little quicker when I'm in alter ego form, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm just going that route. And I did a little bit here, you know, like I'm progressing. You kind of can't stall with this guy. Once he starts getting attachments on him, you kind of lose if you don't, you know, keep pushing forward, I feel. But that's just me. I could be wrong. I'm a noob, right? I'm casual. It's all good. But that's my theory. Just letting you into my mind why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay. So this card, I like this card, and then sometimes I hate this card. Search the encounter deck for a side scheme, reveal that card, draw 3 cards, shuffle the encounter deck. I like it. I like how it counteracts her low card draw. But I gotta wait till I'm in hero form. But I probably will do that this turn. I have 2 of them. I can only use 1, so 1 will be tossed for a mental resource right now, I believe, or for Moon Girl. And Moon Girl is amazing if you have a deck full of mental resources. because after you play Moon Girl, you draw 1 card for each mental resource you used to play her. It's awesome. I did look at a deck that was bouncing her, a leadership deck, but I think we can use her in like a Nova deck and do some bounce too. But I feel like this deck is better because it has like more mental resources when you play with Riri, but I do want to try that deck at one point. I did see it online. A leadership, a bounce Moon Girl deck, which I want to try. That's the next Ironheart I want to try. Okay, so yeah. How are we going to do this? So do we toss while we're in Alter Ego? I don't know. I probably do it, right? Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to toss one of these to go to 6 here. Okay. Then I'm going to flip. Then we're going to, let's do this first. I want the information. We're going to search the encounter deck for a side scheme, reveal that side scheme, draw 3 cards, shuffle the encounter deck. Now he has a couple, I think he has 3 side schemes. We could take this one that has only hinder 2, so it's 4. When revealed, move the glider token of the main scheme with the most most threat, and resolve that scheme's special ability, which would move it here, and then we take 2 indirect damage, which I totally will do. I'll just pick that one. But there's another one that has like acceleration token, and one that gives like surge to the weapon attachments or whatever. I don't want to do that one, because if I can't take it out quick, then I'm in trouble. Okay. So this will go here. It will get 4 threat, right? That's hinder, right? Hinder just adds 2 more threat per player, I believe. It's been a while. Okay. Then I will draw 1, 2, 3 cards. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's coming together. It's coming together. Okay. What do we want to do? Should we just attack? Or should we thwart to get this down to 3? 3 is like the magic thwarting number. Oh, he's patrol. We can't do that. We can do this one though. We can't attack because we have a guard. So maybe we just fight this guy, right? But we do have a photon blast. Oh man. Okay, hold on. Hold up. We have 2 photon beam. We have 2. Oh, how are we gonna do this? Hold on. Let me just double check my resources here. I want to get as many tokens as possible. So we could pay for this. I do have skilled investigator too. Oh, I could play that. I could play this to help me draw off getting rid of the side scheme. Oh my god. But it's not that great against this villain. He only has like a couple side schemes. So I could, hold on. I could pay for a photon beam. I'm just gonna work through my turn here in my head. Out loud, of course, because I'm on stream. So I shouldn't do it in my head. But I want to play Moon Girl also. So maybe I play Moon Girl first, so that I draw more cards and get more information, right? I just didn't get another mental resource, which is annoying. And I do want to attack with her or thwart with her, but I just want to make sure I do it right. So I could photon beam this guy away, overkill him kind of, not really overkill, but hit him for 4. It'll get rid of him, get me 2 progress counters. That's why I'm going that route. There's also a flyover. If I thwart with her, I take this down to 3. I can then fly over, remove 3 off this. I get 2 progress counters. So I'd like to do both of those at least if I can. But I also want this whole play this Moon Girl and draw a whole bunch of cards. But I didn't get... So let's start with... yeah, I might not draw... I only have 2 flyovers, I think. Yeah, I already have had 1, so I won't get that again. Okay. So we might not be playing Moon Girl, maybe. So let's thwart here. Also, if we switch her ability, we get to ready her, she'll be a 2/2/3. So we could deal with this guy, but Oh, Yogi says just remember that bonuses only apply if you make the sound effects. Oh, correct. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's just do flyover first. Maybe we'll draw into something. I don't know. Like, we've already seen Genius, which would have been nice to draw into. Yeah, I feel like we're not going to get to play Moon Girl for what I want. But I'm just going progress counters as a priority right now, not card draw so much, but... okay, so let's get rid of multitasking, Stroke of Genius to play for a flyover, which will let me draw a card. We'll move 3 from here, get rid of this. It removed the last, so we'll get 2 more progress counters here. Okay. Our card draw is Power in All of Us. Okay, that helps, actually. That's an amazing pull. Although I just threw away my 1 mental resource. So I still can get 2 cards off playing her, which I'll just do, right? See, I wish I played this first now that I know this, but it's okay. All right, so then we'll use a Photon Beam. Or let's just use this to pay for a Moon Girl. And we'll say that's 2 mental resources. So we play Moon Girl, that'll draw us 2 cards. A Strength, wow. And then I draw a mental, of course. Damn it. Okay, so then what we'll do is just rock a Photon Beam. Oh, of course, I use my thwart event. So this is a great card, but it's for thwart events only. So of course I see this after I do the thwart event first instead of the Photon Beam. Serenity now, but this is what's happening. Okay, so let's just... I wish I could play this, use it to pay for the other Photon Beam. I'm just like shy with like 1 resource. It's okay. So let's just play a Photon Beam. We'll blow this guy up. We'll get 2 more progress counters. And like, I think that's that. All right. So now next steps are to level up. We're going to spend 6. We're going to ready up and replace with version 2. Okay. And that's gone. And then we're going to use our propulsion jets. Now that we're at level 2, we'll be able to get rid of 2 threats. Let's get rid of 2 from here. And Moon Girl, she is going to attack, I think. And we are going to... Let's thwart here. And we get to draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready up. Okay. Oh, we got our Photon Blasters, Sector Scan. Not really a fan of this one. I don't know why we missed this one before, I think. Reduce the cost to play it by 3 if we're on level 3 or X or whatever version we're on. Hero action until the end of the round. You may look at the top card of the encounter deck at any time. I just usually toss this. I've never ever played that. But it could be helpful, obviously, where you're like, you know, should I defend? Should I not? Is he going to get boost icons, you know? Which is cool. Like, it keeps the top card of the encounter deck ready, basically, like a visible, which is neat, but I don't know. Okay. Threat. Oh, did we want to flip? Did we want to flip? I don't know if we flipped already. I don't remember. I think we did. It's okay. We'll just get attacked. It's fine. He's attacking for 2. We'll take it. So +1. So taking 3 damage. I mean, not getting Riri, or sorry, Ronnie, is a little scary just taking hits, but it's okay. We'll be fine. Okay, encounter card is Incendiary Bombs. +1 attack. Attach to the villain 2 bomb counters. Force response. After the villain attacks you, remove 1 bomb counter. Take 2 indirect damage. Okay, now that he's got this, of course I just took that damage. I should stop doing that. I should defend more. I usually defend. I did flip, right? Okay, perfect. Spencer says, a good endgame card to play for free when it could mean life or death. Agreed. Yes, Spencer. Of course, it's like I would never play that until I was at version 3. 100% agree. I've just never used it. Like I'd never see it at that time. That's what I'm saying. It's like a one of, right? But I should do that. If I do get it late, I will do that for sure. You're right. When it's like, oh, like do I need to defend right now? Like, you know, having that knowledge is huge. You know, like what should I flip? Should I not flip? Like what's he gonna do? You know, what's that next encounter card gonna be? Okay. And this only after he attacks. Interesting. Well, let's do it like this. Now, am I correct? I read in the rule book before. It says deal 4 damage to an enemy and place 1 progress, but place 2 instead if the attack defeats that enemy. My understanding is if I finish off the health on version 1, level 1 of the villain, that defeats that level and I go to the next one. So I'm assuming that counts as defeating that enemy. Because when I looked in the rulebook, everything I read was saying once it reaches the amount of damage, it defeats that stage and goes to like the next stage or whatever. So I'm assuming that counts as defeating the enemy like once and he kind of gets back up and comes back at you. But I'm not 100% sure. But I'd probably play it that way. Because it did use the word like defeat multiple times when it talked about, you know, defeating a stage of the villain. Okay, thank you, Dan. I thought so. Dan says, yes, finishing the stage counts as defeating an enemy. I thought so. Okay, perfect. Because we could try to get 6 damage here and then defeat him to get this to fire off for 2. But, because we could use propulsion, or photon jets, sorry, photon jets. I say we do it. We could also flip. We could go, yeah, let's play assess the situation to play, we'll throw away clear the area, I guess. Wait, are we gonna be able to draw? We want to play these 2 if we can, and we don't have enough for that. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking the wrong stuff. Oh yeah, we'll get to attack. We could attack once. Attack 2. Yeah. Maybe just don't worry about photon beam right now. I don't know. I want these blasters in play though, so bad. Maybe we just flip and then we get her ability, or we just play clear the area. Yeah, let's do clear the area and just draw a card. I don't know, we'll see what happens. So we'll remove the 2 from here. Did I forget his activation? I forgot to do the activation thing. I did. Which would move it to here. Oh, I forgot it probably, right? On this last villain phase. So this should be at 4. Or I could say I discard a card from hand. But I wouldn't have, yeah, I would have known my cards. Yeah. Yeah, so I would just say I discarded this, right? Yeah. Let's just put that back to 2. Yeah, I think I forgot it. I didn't see anyone catch it. Okay. So let's go attack. No, let's do... Yeah, let's just play Sector Scan to pay for clear the area. We'll remove the 2 from here. We'll draw a card. We got multitasking. Okay, so let's then... let's attack for 2. Yeah, I don't think we're going to level up this turn. I could have played differently, so we did, but I think it's okay. And then we'll just throw these away to play for these Photon Blasters. We'll go up 2 health. Yeah, I want to put those into play. They're only a 1 of. Okay, so let's do... let's remove 2 from here. No, let's leave that here. Let's remove 2 from here. Okay, using our propulsion jets. Then let's deal 2 damage to here. And then with Moon Girl, let's do 2 damage here. Moon Girl's gone. We want her in the discard so before we cycle our deck again, we can get her back and do another card draw shenanigans. That's what I think. And then I think I'm going to flip. Yep. All right, ready up. Let's draw 6. Could have probably done that turn differently and better, but I don't know. We'll just go with that. I just prioritized this the highest. Okay, so let's put 4th threat here, the 2nd threat here, 1st threat here. He's going to scheme. Oh, +3. Scheming for 5. No. Okay, this will move to here. I'm going to take the 2 indirect damage from the special ability instead of putting threat there. Okay. And encounter card. Attached to the villain. He's getting extra boost icons. We can spend 1 of each resource to discard the card. Oh, Lord. This is getting silly. Lordy Lord. Okay. So we got Ingenuity, which can just help us get extra resources. I feel like I should get that into play. We got Team Building Exercise, which is great when you see early to help reduce the cost of your like champions allies and stuff, which is awesome. We do have 2 champion allies, so we could go that route. We can get Team Building in for 1 card. Then we can, I don't know, we can get Vivian into play. And the cool part, Vivian's like a card blanking effect. After Vivian enters play, choose an attachment, non-elite minion, non-permanent side scheme until the end of the round. Treat the card's printed text box as if it were blank except for traits. I have a question. Back in Game of Thrones First Edition, there used to be a fun little trick when you blank the text box of an attachment, and it has something here that says like attached to something, and that gets blanked, the attachment falls off. I don't know if that happens in this game, but if I blank out this text box, I lose attached to the villain. I don't know if the timing in this game works that way, but I remember in Game of Thrones, that used to be an awesome thing. You blank people's attachments and they fall off because the text that says what they do is gone, which was a purposely designed thing, and it's designed by the same people, so I don't know if that's how it works, but that's something I had a question about this morning. Nope, it stays attached. Oh, Dan's ruins my fun. Okay, I was just curious. But in Game of Thrones, designed by, you know, Nate French designed cards in that game and designed this game, and it's like, that is how it worked in that game. That's like one of the first competitive card games I learned, and that's how that worked, so that was neat. But I'm assuming it doesn't, but don't look at me like I'm crazy, because like, man, that would win me tournament championships by knowing that fact. I was like a sneaky play. Loved it. What's this? We got Champions Mobile Bunker support. Hero Action Exhaust. Champions Mobile Bunker. Choose an identity with the champion trait. That player who controls that enemy may draw 2 cards and discard 2 from their hand. I like that. All right, let's do that one then. Let's do that one. Okay, power in all of us to play this. Okay, I don't think... I mean, I could discard Vivian just to do her ability before we flip, which I might do. Yeah. Then we could play Vivian. This is rough. I want this guy to play it also. Is there a world where I get... I just have to pick one of these. Okay, no, let's do it. Let's do it. We need it to level 3. I'm tired of this. Okay, then we'll flip. Okay, we'll do this. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2. Tony Stark's AI, where were you all game? Okay, let's discard these 2. And then let's just discard these 2 to play for Tony Stark's AI, which will give us more card draw, which I'm all about. Which oh man, I've never played a game yet where I got that so late. That's what's been hurting. So let's just, to speed through our deck, it's fine, I think. I would have liked to play the Ingenuity though. That would have been pretty cool, but whatever. All right. We'll just take an energy and discard that. Damn it. Man, the cards are just not coming in the right order today, but it's okay. Part of the fun of the game. Work with what you're dealt. Okay, so we'll keep this in hand. And then I feel like I need to thwart here. Yeah, let's thwart here. And then still on version 2. Let's thwart here. I want some options, so I need similar threat. And then let's attack for 2 here. Right? Dan, that statement is so wrong. Rob is getting rid of every upgrade that generates free resources. They're not free. They're not free, Dan. That's a very incorrect statement. There's the cost of paying for the card to play it. Also the cost of using that card to put into play. So you're actually sinking like 3 resources into this card. So the statement of saying this gives you free resources is like the most wrong thing I've ever heard somebody say in a card game. Because this actually costs you 3 resources in Marvel Champions to play this card. So it takes 3 activations to even pay for itself back to then become free. So 4 rounds from now, if the game even lasts that long, I will then start getting free resources. So I know what you mean, but just saying that that's always the line of play you should take, it's very incorrect, I think. But if I had it turn 1, turn 2, maybe. But I find in Marvel Champions, the games aren't that long. So when you start seeing resources cards late in the game, spending it for the resource, it already paid for itself, right? So I start getting value right away. But card draw, I'm valuing card draw over just getting a mental resource that'll take 4 turns. This card costs me 3. This will take the same amount of time, but the filtering and the options you see and the abilities on cards, they have a value to them too. So that's why I'm valuing Tony Stark's AI. So that's why I'm doing that. Hopefully that makes sense to you. And that's why I love this game. We can all play different, but I do appreciate the recommendation. So yeah, the playing everything you have is like, oh man. But yeah, I know you have to sink it in sometimes, but it's okay. It's awesome. But again, I'm not a pro player of the game, so not that there really is any pro players to this game, because there's not such a thing, but all right, we ready up. I'm going to keep this one. We'll draw. We get an encounter card. We're going to shuffle. So we got a new and improved. I know I could have been level 3. I know. I could have been level 3. No, I couldn't have that turn. I could have the previous turn if I did it, right? If I played Ronnie Williams earlier instead, yes, the villain would have more health. I'd probably have a little more threat problem. I definitely have it all under control, so like, you know, it's fine. I'm just at 7 health, which is the one thing that's kind of like annoying me, because I know when we get to stage 2, he hits harder, plus I haven't dealt with this bomb scare stuff yet. And he's going to be hitting a lot harder too, so I don't have an ally in play. That's kind of worrying me, but I'll probably have to defend this turn. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to defend probably. Okay. Again, I'm playing on standard too, so you can kind of take like, you know, non-efficient or non-accepted in certain player metas decisions, which is fun also. So that's another thing. But I've already ranted about that on stream. You guys know better. You guys know how we play it here. This is not my main game, that's for sure. So up to 5 cards, right? We drew 5 cards. Okay. Let's go. Threats. All right. Threats. Okay, boost card. He is attacking me for 1, 2, could be much more. So we'll defend. +2, +3, so attacking for 5. So 2 gets through. We're down to 5. We now have to take 2 indirect damage. We're down to 3. Oh boy, where's Ronnie? I wish I played Ronnie. Oh my god. I never thought of symbiote suit, Dan. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. I never thought of that. That's a good one. Yeah, to make up for the hand size limitation early. That's neat. Okay. Next is encounter card. First one is a symbiotic berserker. The next one, attached to you. Oh, this is like the worst attachment. Attached to your identity, force interrupt. When your hero would attack, discard webbed up instead, then you are stunned. That's going to slow us down. That's going to slow us down. And I just exhausted too. That's so annoying. Okay, fun times. This guy hits for 3. It's 5 health. Okay, on our turn, we are going to right away. Let's do our Champions Mobile Bunker. 1, 2. Let's discard. Let's discard these 2. Okay, Tony Stark AI. Let's draw 2. Discard 1. No, actually, I think I think that's the play. Okay, go for champions. We're going to do that, I think. A new and improved readying would actually be helpful right now. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, we're just loaded with resources, though. So, like, I don't know what we're doing here with these, but I don't have any other card draw. Maybe I do keep Vivian instead of the Genius. Let me just look at my hand. New and improved costs 3. Oh, we can raise our hand size too. We can play it that way. We could afford Vivian. Then, no, I think I have to do this. Yeah, unfortunately. Vivian can't help us take this guy out either. All right. So let's play. Go for champions. So play Go for Champions, which says each champion character in play cannot take damage till the end of the round. So we don't have to worry about his bomb. We don't have to worry about being attacked. We don't have to worry about this guy. We can stay in hero form if we want. I know I probably should flip to try to level up, but I can just stay in this form. And then the attacks don't do anything. I don't know. Oh, but I can also search for a card. Hold on. Maybe I do this play, right? Maybe I search for a card first. I'm at level 2. So I could search my deck for a card and give her a tough status card, but then I'm still not protecting myself from the incidental damage or indirect damage. So I probably should search and then ready Ironheart. I'll do that first, I think. But then I still think I want to play Go for Champions, but then I could just hold the other resource. So let's do that. Okay, so let's throw these two away to do this one. Which will ready Ironheart. And then we'll search for an Ironheart card. What would we search for? It's just going to be dumped, whatever we search for, right? I think. Yeah, like we're just hanging on right now, I think. I mean, I could search for Ronnie, throw into play. That might be too late. Stroke of Genius. That's what I search for, right? Vivian can blank the webbed up thingy, though. Only for one round, though. Only for one round. And supposedly it stays attached, so it's not going to help us long term. Did I resolve the force on the goblin? Probably not. So let's just move it here, and then we'll add to. Actually, no. Let's leave it here, and we'll do this. Yeah, I don't think I did, but we'll just do it anyway. All right. Okay. Stroke of Genius. Okay, so let's go to attack. This will fall off, and then we're stunned. Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a tough stats card anyway, right? So. Okay, so let's pay for. Let's do Go for Champions. Because we're paying with a Stroke of Genius, we're gonna draw a card and get a progress counter. Oh, we drew into Ronnie. Interesting. Well, I guess we're just gonna play Ronnie. I don't know why I wouldn't. Okay, then we're going to trigger this level up ability, which says, ready her, give her a tough status card, and replace her with version 3. Boom. So we're stunned, we're tough. Then what she can do... She's going to thwart. We're going to thwart. And we're going to take this down to 2. Then, oh, maybe actually. No, sorry. Should we? This guy's not guard or anything. Okay, let's just hit this guy for 3. We don't care about getting rid of him yet. And then let's remove... let's remove 3 from here. Yep. Good. Ready up. And I'm setting him up for like a photon blast. That's my plan. I like leaving like enemies ready to be like destroyed so I can throw more counters on and then do the whole extra damage stuff. So we get 6 cards. Okay. Oh yeah, now we go here. 3, 3, and 4. Okay, he is going to attack. But I'm not gonna be able to take damage, so it's fine. So he gets plus 1, 2, 3. So attacking for 5, whatever. Can't take damage. This guy will attack. I can't take damage. Oh yeah, his bomb thing will happen. I can't take damage. Let's do this. Oh yeah, before he attacks, I should do this one. Which will keep it here. I'll take 2 indirect damage. I can't take it though. I think we're good. Counter card. Oh no! We have a minor setback. Give to the Riri Williams player, remove 1 progress counter from your identity. Ha ha ha, I don't have any. Oh, if no progress counters were removed this way, deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. Then shuffle this card back into the encounter deck. Oh no! So an encounter card. So basically a surge, right? Flip and use Ronnie? No, I needed to stay in hero form because I couldn't get damaged. Remember, I played this, right? I based my whole turn around this. Each champion character in play cannot take damage till the end of the round. So I knew I was going to have this thing fire off indirect damage. I knew the bomb thing was going to fire off indirect damage. I knew he was getting extra boost icons to hit harder. So like, why would I flip and then have him scheme and basically throw in resources on his, progressing his scheme when he basically just fluffed his whole turn, including the 3 attack from the minion, right? So I raised 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 resources on his side. I stole from the opponent basically, right? Of course I had to spend resources to do such things, but I figured it's just a nice way to kind of stabilize, and then I can handle being stunned and slowly get rid of that, and I still have a tough status card. And hopefully I drew into good stuff so I can smoke this guy. But that's why I stayed there. I just put value in that card and based my whole round with that card. But let's see if it works. Oh, we got another enraged symbiote. Okay. He's got guard and patrol, so we can't fight this guy. We can't remove threat from here right now. And then we shuffle. Did we put it back? Did we put it back? Where is it? Oh yeah, it's there. Okay, I just want to make sure I put it back in the deck. And then we're going to shuffle. Okay. Boom. Minor setback, minor setback. Okay. So we do have a photon beam, perfect. Flyover could be very useful to get us progress counters. We can like do tons of damage here. We got ingenuity back finally. We could play it off this, but we also have Miles Morales Spider-Man, which we could get him into play and start kicking some people for 4. Maybe I'll lower threat a little bit and then we go to a flip turn so we can heal a bit with Ronnie maybe. So in hero form. Okay. Let's play Ingenuity with a power in all of us. Okay, right. Oh, sorry. I should not do that first. I need to see my cards first. Let's do Tony Stark first. Draw 2. Keep 1 and discard 1. Ooh, that could be interesting. Drawing into 3 cards. Huh. I think we should YOLO, right? Yeah, let's YOLO. Okay, let's draw 2. And then discard 2. Oh man, this team building exercise. I wish I saw that earlier in the game too. That could help us get Spider-Man in only for 2. And then we could just push damage, like go hard with the damage. Yeah, let's get rid of clear the area. Okay, let's do the hero action one way or another. While there are no symbiote environments in play, this card can considered a symbiote environment. Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, that might be the only option. Oh, there's one more. Yeah, I think I might do this one. Each tech attachment gains surge. I don't like it, but let's do it. The other one makes these all better too. Yeah. I'm YOLOing it. I've changed my plans based on card drop. So I think they're still low enough that we're okay. So that's why I'm going this route. I love when plans change. I have like a plan and then I look at my hand, it changes. Then I draw cards and my plan changes. You know, then I search through something. So every piece of known new information makes my plan change. I love it. But I have to talk about it out loud. So it looks like I'm crazy, but it helps people understand how to play the game or why I play the game the way I play it. So it's great. And then I have Dan in the chat, Dan stepping off, who has his way of playing the game, which seems to be completely different from mine. But yeah. And doesn't agree with anything I do, which is always good to see other people's ways of doing it. Oh, Ingenuity can only be played in Alter Ego? Does it say that? Oh yeah, because it says I have to be Genius, right? Yeah, I have to wait till I'm flipped. See, usually I get this at the start of the game and I'm in Alter Ego, I just like slap it down right away, right? But getting it late, I don't normally play it at all. Okay, so if that's the case, we still could prioritize it. So let's thwart. I think. Here, we could thwart here. And I'm debating a flyover to get progress tokens. Then we can start doing damage around being stunned, right? So like we can get around the stun. Yeah, I think we're not going the team building exercise route then. Yeah, who cares? Let's just push. Okay. So clear the area and fly over. Oh, sorry. After we, what do we do here? We thwarted, right? Thwarted. Then we're going to fly over. We clear this off, which gets rid of this. That will get us 2 progress counters. We then can spend 1 to get rid of this guy. And then we can yeah, maybe we just don't care still. Yeah, let's just not care. Yeah, let's just throw these 2 away. We'll pay for Photon Beam, which will hit this guy for 4. And then that gives us 2 more counters. Let's take away 3 from here. Are we ready to hit the villain? I don't know. He's gonna flip and give us more encounter cards. Yeah, let's just go. Let's just push. It's fine. Okay, he's out. So the second version, he's steady, he's got tough, but we got their little damage ability, so it doesn't really matter. Deal 2 face down encounter cards to each player. He's got claim the throne, force response. After he activates against you, move the counter to the main scheme with the least threat. And then you have to resolve his special ability. Okay, so there's no choice to put threat. And he's now 18 hit points. Okay. And now he attacks for 3. So let's... I mean, I keep forgetting about this, but I should probably have dealt with that, but that's okay. I'm going to spend 1 to get rid of his tough. And then I'm going to flip. And then I'll toss this to place another progress counter. And then I will heal 2 damage. Up to 5. Okay, let's ready up. Okay, and we'll go. Man, we're almost through our deck a second time. That's crazy. I love it. All right. 4, 4, 2. Scheme. Plus 3. Okay. So 5 is going to go here. That's crazy. We're at 9, I think, out of 12, if I did that right. I may have messed that up. Oh, yeah, the 2 encounters. Yep, I did forget to deal them. Oh, whatever. It's all random. Who cares? Yeah, that would make the order different, but whatever. Who cares? It's all from a random deck. Does not matter. All right. Okay, so those 2 encounter cards were dealt earlier. We just saw him scheme. Forced response. It's going to go here, and we have to discard a card from our hand. Oh, we got some Moon Girl in hand here. Yeah, okay. So we're not going to be able to play Snow Guard for sure, so let's just get rid of Snow Guard. Okay. Encounter card. All right, here we go. Symbiotic Thrall, who has Guard. Great. Symbiotic Thrall, who also has Guard. Great. And a ranged symbiote. Oh my god. They all have Guard. That's crazy. I have to get through 10 damage before I can start hitting this guy again. Oh my, that's annoying. Wow. 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 Okay. So I guess we just start. I know, lucky I'm stunned. Okay, let's think here. Let's think. So let's just do Moon Girl. We'll play Moon Girl using a mental, 2 mental. She's in. We draw 3 cards. Oh, Stroke of Genius. So I'll trigger. Actually, we'll do Tony Stark. We'll draw the top 2. One way or another. No, no, no. No, no, no. Let's not do that. But it is mental. No, let's keep multitasking. I don't know. I want to do that, but I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. But I could. It might help me get out of this trouble. Okay. So I'll do her ability using a Stroke of Genius. Right? Yeah, I think so. Which will put a counter on her. 2 counters on her, right? She's up to 5, and I draw a card. Brawn. Okay, let's... I think I might put a counter on her again instead of healing. She's at 5. Is that good enough with the tough? I'll probably wipe these guys out, but he could activate like multiple times in a row and attack me multiple times, so the tough could be very scary. I should have Moon Girl still to defend also. I still could defend. Yeah, let's do progress counter. I don't know. YOLO. I feel like I should heal though, but it's risky. Hopefully I don't lose because of that, but That might be the decision. Okay. Yeah, I have 12 damage locked right here. So let's get rid of these guys. All good. Plus I have a herd that fights. Plus my hero that's stunned that could fight maybe. If I can ready her up. But I don't think I have that card. Okay. So we flipped, he flipped. Now we're going to draw 2 cards. And then discard 2 cards. We have double photon beams. That's like 8 damage right there. Oh, hello. Yeah, we're going to photon beam into more tokens, into more damage. Let's just like push. Let's push. So let's get rid of, I mean, it doesn't matter really. Let's just get, I mean, bronze awesome, but we just didn't get him in play early. So whatever. Pick and choose, pick and choose. All right. Based on this, let's attack. We'll get rid of the stun. Okay. So let's spend 2 for a photon beam here. That'll give us 2 more counters. Let's do 2 for put those minions in the toilet. Deal 4 damage. Get rid of this guy. Gives us 2 more counters. Okay. We will attack. Well, this is a little problem. No, it's not. Okay, so we'll attack for 2. Okay, taking this guy out. We will clear 3 from here. We will hit for 3 here. Do we have enough to just kill him? 10 times 2 is 20. Oh yeah, we can just kill him. Spend it all. Dead. Yeah, that's nuts. That's like the one-shotting power if you build up the tokens is nuts. If I could have just leveled up like the 1 turn earlier, I could have played things a little differently where I leveled up to version 3 a little faster and could have pushed a little more damage to be in the second phase. But I don't mind stalling against Venom Goblin in the first stage because he's not that dangerous. But there is one card I got. The only time I lost against him, I will show you. I played Expert. And he drew into, let me show you this craptastic cards. It was, I think, this, okay? He had that plus, where is the other one? There was another one. This, okay? Okay, so somehow on like turn 2, these were attached to him, to Venom Goblin, playing on expert mode. And then I drew into one of the expert cards. Where was it? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was an expert card I drew into, right? Maybe the expert card I saw in the first round. But then he drew into the classic assault. So he got to like attack 3 times. I had like 1 minion that got like shredded. And I wasn't able to like defend and stop the damage. And he flipped into like a boost 3 card or something, or a boost 2 on 2 of the activations, because he has like so many boost icons, this guy in his deck. I got shredded down to no health by turn 2, just by like the unlucky attachment shenanigans that he can get where he activates twice or more. Yeah, I got wrecked. It was an advanced glider, that's what it is. I got lucky I didn't see it there. And when I don't see it, he's not as bad. But when you get, I got it like, he was on him, I think, in turn 1 at the end of the round or whatever. So I already had it like staring at me. Then he got the extra attack one. I just let it go and he just shredded me. He just flipped more boost icons than I was able to deal with. Yeah, he's got some nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. Yeah, this one's nasty too. Like, yeah, the clock is on unless you deal with those, right? But yeah, that's Ironheart. She just, with this ability, like, I find if you just build this up, for in a couple rounds, usually you can pile up tokens on the version 3 ability, and then just like one-shot the boss in a turn, you know? Which is cool. Which is fun. But yeah. Yogi says, he drew those both in campaign against him with our 2-player games. Oh, and it's like how do you deal with that? At least in the multiplayer, though, you have people that can help throw cards away, right, to get rid of them or whatever. What did you have to do for the advanced glider to get rid of it? I forget. Hero action, discard any... Oh, that's the problem. Okay. I played against him once and he got it. I remember, actually. And he stalled me for so long. One of the weaknesses in this deck, it only has 3 attack cards. So I have to see them at the same time. So I was holding an attack card for multiple rounds. I was trying to use Tony to filter. But you have to get at least 3 costs. And her attack card, I think she only has this one in this deck that costs 2. So out of the 3 photon beams I have to find 2 together at the same time to be able to pitch them. So like I was playing a game against him and he got this on him and I just could never get rid of it. And I was holding the photon beams and it just started like falling apart. I think I won that game still because eventually like I got it to go, but it just was so frustrating. And then I started like looking through the deck after and I was like, oh, wait a second. There are no other attack events. It's all about thwarting, right? I don't think there was any. Yeah, I don't think there's any. So yeah, just be careful with that. At least if you're playing multiplayer, you'll have other people who have attack events. So like, you know, maybe somebody has a more attack focused deck, you know, hopefully. So yeah, pro tip, if you're facing Venom Goblin, don't bring a deck that only has 3 attack cards. Brant says, Venom Goblin on standard is hard, but perfectly reasonable. Expert, oh, are you talking about true solo? Expert mode is just way too much RNG to be fun with any old deck or hero. Yeah, I tried, because I beat him once when I played him. I was like, okay, he wasn't that bad. I remember him being crazy in the campaign. But when you play these villains standalone without the campaign cards, sometimes it makes them easier. And then I tried him on Expert thinking like, oh, Ironheart's so good, everything worked out. But then if you don't see your resources early with Ironheart and you don't build up as good, and this guy just gets some crazy combo attachments, yeah, you can get shredded. Shredded. And Ironheart in true solo is a little worrisome at the beginning, but I found if you just defend, and just don't sit in alter ego too much, but with the threat reduction in this deck that I've linked below, of course, you could keep the scheme under control. But there is this like worry early in the game with Ironheart of like not drawing enough cards, taking a while to build up if you don't do it right, or you sit in alter ego trying to draw a lot of cards and get set up, but then you could be getting schemed out. So it's just like this early game kind of like annoyance. And I know most Marvel Champions heroes is like that way, but it's just like, I don't know, that 4-card hand draw. Yeah, it's just annoying. And then if you take too much damage at the beginning too, then you start playing like, you know, a little different. But yeah, definitely a cool hero. I like Ironheart. Ironheart is cool. It definitely gives me the vibes of Iron Man, one of my favorite heroes from the core set, of building up the suit and then just dealing direct damage and just getting powerful. The Ironheart has that in the hero, which I love. Like it's great that they kept the mechanics of like that feel there. And like leveling up the suit and stuff, I think is such a clever mechanic. It's fun. Like I love games with experience and leveling up. You guys know this from the board games and card games I play on the channel, but it's cool to see it in like a mini version in a hero is neat. So good job on the Ironheart design for sure. And we'll check out Nova next week in a live stream, I think, and Spider-Ham and Spider and all that stuff when I get them, which hopefully is today. I don't have my phone to check my email to see if the pack is coming, but I'll check shortly after the stream in a few minutes. But yeah. Let's see what you guys are saying. Brand says, Stealth Strike is a 3-cost card. I know, if you're playing Justice, of course, if you have a Justice, or not a Justice, if you're playing Aggression at the table, great. But yes, Brand, 100%, I picked my deck not knowing what villain I was going to play. I just went online, I found a deck that looked cool, I built it, and then I started looking at my box of cards going, what villain should I play against? I didn't even look through the deck. So yes, don't do what I did. And Brand has a recommendation, Stealth Strike's a 3-cost attack card in Justice. There's also Concussion Blow, but it's a status card, so not effective against Venom Goblin. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, because it's like deal damage, right? It's not an attack. It's like part of forwarding or whatever. Brand says, I do the opposite often. I keep Ironheart and Alter Ego turn 1 and try to get her to stage 2 on turn 2. I did play that way where I kept her in Alter Ego multiple turns in a row just to like build her up and level her up as fast as possible. But then what I find is if you draw into like the Photon or the Fly, I usually get Fly Over pretty early. I'm able to just like clear the little bit of threat, and it's good that Venom Goblin starts with some threat on the main scheme, so you can use a flyover right away to get like 2 tokens on her. But I don't know, Brant, how would you get her leveled up by turn? Oh, to stage 2. Sorry, stage 2. Yes, you can't get her fully leveled up on turn 2. I don't think. But yeah. I find you can level her up by turn 2 pretty quick if you draw into like Photon Blast and you have a minion in play or whatever. Yeah, so she levels up way faster than you'd think. I thought it was going to be a long-term thing, but like in like 3 or 4 turns, you usually can have her like fully leveled. If you get the right cards in the right order and stuff, depending on the deck. Spencer says, I've really been enjoying the variety of the hero packs have been bringing lately. Unique feeling heroes will always draw me back in. Agreed. Yeah, they have to spice it up, right? They have to spice it up. And again, she normally comes with leadership, and I haven't played her in her default deck. I haven't tried her with leadership, but that's who I want to try next, is try a leadership deck. Maybe with some mental resource more focused in there. Might be fun, but you guys know I love my thwarting. I love my thwarting, aka questing. I love questing. I love questing. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for checking out Ironheart, the Marvel Champions pack. Again, if you want to see more, hit subscribe. If you like these Marvel Champions playthroughs and want to see more of them, hit the like button. I'll probably check out a couple next week, so stay tuned to the channel, of course. If you're looking for other Marvel Champions streams, check out the video description. I have playlists full of Marvel Champions gameplay from the past, and we'll be playing more on the channel in the future, of course. I do like dabbling with this game. Again, it's not my primary lifestyle game, but it's a blast to play true solo. They definitely did a good job designing it there. I love playing it multiplayer more, though, but it's great to just jam out some solo streams. So perfect for that. And yeah, we'll take a look at some other heroes next week. And all while we're just sitting here waiting for X-Men stuff to drop, and then the game will get good. Because right now it's just we're just treading water till the cool heroes actually come and the cool characters come in the X-Men. Until then, it's just been an okay game, but hopefully by then it's a great game. Just kidding. Just kidding. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.